If you're new to APIs, here is a very quick introduction. API stands for Application Programming Interface. Probably the last word, interface, is the most important one to understand. To get a concept of an interface, think about charging your phone. Remember the old days when each phone manufacturer had its own connector type and you could not charge any other phone with it? Those days are gone. Now, most phones use a standard called USB-C. With one charger, you can charge your phone, your tablet, or even your game controller. So an interface is essentially a contract. It is a way to bring different parties together, establish a set of rules, and let everyone do their own thing as long as the rules stay in place. This ensures interoperability. For USB-C, the specification clarifies the size and shape of the connector, the number of pins, and many other aspects. Without this interface, you will not be able to charge your phone. An API is an interface to some data on a server, typically stored in a database. This interface allows a program to communicate and thus exchange data with that server. Without this interface, the server would be inaccessible to the outside world. When talking about APIs, we typically refer to web APIs, which work over the internet. It is no wonder that you are learning about APIs right now. They are being used everywhere. For example, any weather app on your phone talks to an API to get the latest weather forecast. Probably there are only 2 or 3 APIs that provide weather data, but thousands of weather apps that use those APIs. So remember this, an API is an interface to some data stored somewhere remotely on a different server. Because APIs are designed to be used from programs, they don't have a friendly interface like a website or an app on your phone has. APIs can only be used if you write some programming code or use the terminal to write some complex commands. This is where Postman comes in. Postman can connect to a server through an API and exchange data. Postman allows you to work with APIs through a nice and mostly intuitive interface. You don't need to write any code or open a terminal to do that. Postman will do the heavy lifting for you. Now don't worry if the concept of an API is still murky. I will show you an example very soon, and once you get some hands-on experience, you will see that it is not that hard.